I'm JustinCuevas, and I worked at Habitats for Humanity, the Restore, where they supply materials for home renovators who want a low price on their materials. They also try to give back to the community in any way possible. So, at the Restore, I had to mop, clean, uh, and dust, but I also had to organize the materials, making sure that none of them get damaged while I'm doing so, price said materials, as well as make sure that they're all visible for people to see. People would come in with donations with their materials to talk to us and give us the materials as in so we can sell them later in the store. It was They only did so because it's things that they do not want and think that someone else can get a better use out of, as well as to give back to their own community. In addition, I helped customers find what they needed. I even gave a few customers some suggestions about what about their home renovations. My construction knowledge helped with this because I was able to understand what renovators were talking about, as well as understand what parts that they might need that they'd come for, because some of them didn't know exactly what they had come for. Another thing is that I helped I helped uh, figure out the types, small differences between like materials that they would need by length, because some would need something small while others would need something big, and I would help them find it. For them to expand on the restore, the only things that I believe would help them much more would be if they pushed word of mouth to advertise their store, or cheap advertisement as a whole, so that people know about the restore and people know what they can do to help out with their community. Another thing would be for them to have more consistent volunteers, because there'd be days where there'd be two people volunteering at the restore, and then there'd be days where all 10 would volunteer. And because sometimes days get busy, sometimes they don't, that fluctuation in volunteers hurts the store as a whole. The third thing that I think that the restore should add to is the restore has a lot of stuff that they have hidden in the very back, which I don't think that they really show off to other customers. They don't mention much of the stuff that's in the back, so a very limited amount of customers really go into the back. So I feel like if they'd make it more known where the stuff that where their materials are, that it would be a more organized organization. The three lessons I learned were to be organized and to avoid damaging any materials that you might be using in a construction project. To be able to communicate with people to get your point across about what you need done and what they might need. And finally, to understand the importance of the each material as a whole, or else the whole whatever project it may be, whether big or small, may go sideways.